The third question we had was from a very young follower of ours, very appreciative, and she wanted to ask about moving to Eretz Yisrael, making Aliyah to Eretz Yisrael. Is it the Rabbanan? Is it the Raisa? I personally answered in our Emuna weekly class that we have here. Emuna is our future class, about that maybe, it's not really whether it's the Raisa or the Rabbanan, but it's a relationship with Hashem, and Hashem wants you here. But we'd like to hear from Harav what is the right answer, and also Nissim Black, who had the schus to also move to Eretz Yisrael. I personally had the merit to host his first show, 2013, and he said he's going to come live here, like he's coming back. And people say that and don't do it, but Nissim Black did it, and we're honored to have you here again in our country, in our home, and in our studio, and we'd like to hear from you also, together with the Rav.
נשאלה שאלה הרב לגבי העלייה לארץ ישראל, האם זה דאורייתא, האם זה דרבנן. רבי אליהו אמר שזה לא כל כך קשור האם זה דאורייתא או דרבנן, אלא זה יותר על הקשר שיש לאדם עם השם לגור כאן בארץ ישראל. שואלים לגבי המצב, מה לעשות לגבי השאלה הזו?
ודאי אני הבנתי שהרבה יהודים עכשיו קשה להם שם, המון. מאוד קשה להם עם הפרנסה, קשה להם.
I understand that many Jews are feeling that it's very difficult now living abroad, both with their livelihood problems, with financial issues, and with other issues that are happening now abroad.
בכל מקרה, אז גם לגבי כל הקשר עם החינוך והתורה, יותר קל פה בארץ ישראל בשביל היהודים, זה יותר קל להם פה בארץ ישראל, יש להם פה, זה הכל לפי...
Also concerning our relationship with education and with Yiddishkeit, with learning Torah, it is much easier for a Jew to live here in Eretz Yisrael.
העיקר צריכים לעשות הכל בתפילות, בנחת רוח, הכל עם שלום ואהבה, לא לפרק משפחות, רב שלום, ביחד כולם, עם לוד, מחכים, בסבלנות.
The most important thing is to take this process through prayer, through peace of mind, with peace and happiness. Do not dismantle or break up a family because you want to make aliyah and the other side doesn't want to make aliyah. Everything needs to be done through prayer.
כדאי, מי שיכול, כל מי שיכול, כדאי לו, ממש כדאי לו, ממש, הרבה שאלו, אומרים כל כך טוב להם פה, אבל הכל באהבה, כמו שאומרים.
It is worth your while for anyone who can to make aliyah. Many have asked, many are very, very happy here. It's worth your while.
Okay, can we hear from Nissim?
Yeah. I would say also too, as one who's been to some degree keeping an eye on what's watching what's going on in America, specifically. There's been other issues around the world also too, in Europe for so long, and in other places. There is a major feeling right now that, the places that may have felt so safe for Yidden are beginning to not feel so safe for Yidden. As America starts to turn, which is somewhat of a leader in the world that other countries look to, we are witnessing, at the same time everybody's talking about racism, because obviously it's the, it's the show and the matinee right now, and this is definitely what we all need to be discussing. And at the same time, there's been rising numbers of anti-Semitism, and it feels very, very unsafe there. And here nor there, whether a person decides off of that they're going to make the move, or you decide that you're not going to make the move, or whatever it is, I think, only to strengthen what Harav is saying, that all these things have to be done with yeshuva dat and with a lot of prayer. it would seem and it would appear that would be the there's a major urgency for it right now, but it's definitely something that people have to look into to make sure you're doing things the right way. I would like to say on my own story, since I moved to Eretz Yisrael, which has been now 4 years, I haven't had a single regret about making the move, me or my family. We've had our ups, we've had our downs, but there's nothing like being in this land. It's nothing, and this is coming from a person who has traveled to a lot of places over the last 4 years. Almost any place that has a Jewish community, I've been there. Not every place, but almost all of them. I've been there, and I will tell you that I've never been to one place and said, oh, well, maybe this would have been a good second choice even for my family, because Eretz Yisrael, there's a warmth and there's something different. A tree is different in Eretz Yisrael than what it is in Chutz La'aretz. The water is different, the air is different. So and there's a certain kesher that you have. Me myself, we moved out of Yerushalayim a year ago, me and my family, and my kesher now to Eretz Yisrael has even grown, being closer to driving out to the Gush, and I was in which is actually not close to where I live, but I was in Gedi the other day, where David HaMelech was running from Shaul HaMelech, and to be in such a place, this place comes alive and it talks to the neshama, it talks to the soul. So if I can encourage anybody, it would be enough for that, for all the spiritual reasons that a person should be here, that maybe your neshama is longing for. However, I wouldn't allow the fear to take hold of you of what's going on. I think it's better to move here out of Yeshuva Dat and a major ratzon, just because of what Eretz Yisrael is and what it means to you, and not to do it out of the fear of what's going to happen over there, because as soon as things die down, then the decision that you made, you may not be so comfortable with the decision that you made. So that's my 2 cents.
Thank you very much. I want to thank Harav.
אני חייב להזכיר שהרב שלי, רבי יהודה זאב ליבוביץ', שהוא ראש הצדיקים הנסתרים.
I have to mention that my rabbi and mentor, Rabbi Yehuda Zev Leibovich, who was the head of the secret and hidden tzaddikim in this world,
הוא אמר בפירוש,
he specifically said,
תגידו ליהודים באמריקה,
tell the Jews in America
שעלו לארץ ישראל.
that they should make Aliyah and come to live in Eretz Yisrael.
אם לא יבוא זמן,
If not, a time will come
שהם הלוואי ויוכלו לעלות עם החליפה שלהם.
that I wish that they will be able to make Aliyah with their suits on their back.
אז אמרתי מה ששמעתי.
I just said what I heard from my rabbi.
So we have, Baruch Hashem, such chizuk from such a meeting together with Rav Shalom Arush and Nissim Black and Rav Dayan Elgrod, and we'd like to invite everyone weekly to join us with Rav, he's Moser Nefesh, to make these classes now in all languages, and thank the team. We're surrounded by wonderful people around us with all the cameras. I want to thank them all for all their great services, and it's amazing to have this set up. But the biggest honor is that we were able to host Nissim Black on our first session together, our first Emuna class QA with Rav Arush and also Rav Elgrod together, to be able to do this with such clarity that we, please God, will get to all the questions. There were the questions that came up during the live feed, and in the following weeks we shall get there. But we want to thank again and invite you all to follow Nissim Black on his channels, all the channels, and I myself are also connected to that, so I have in the gear. But we should also have lots of bookings. Nissim Black is able to speak like we saw so well and inspire, and I think he's going in the way of the Rav very much in a strong, true way, and we can all get inspiration that should shine to all the world, as the Rav is doing himself in all the languages. We're translating all the Emuna classes into all the languages and all the different places that we can, and Nissim is a leader in joining the Rav with that, and we'd invite everyone to join Nissim together also with his music and share it. And please God, we'll get together again somehow with health and wealth and everything we need so we can dance together and rejoice and be sameach with simcha, amiti, with true joy. And please God, everyone should be healthy. So we'll see you again next week. This time, hopefully maybe a little bit more on time. Maybe 11 o'clock is the new time. Let's go according to the Rav schedule and be flexible, everyone out there. And thank you so much. And thanks again. I'm looking forward to do this again. Please God with Nissim himself. Maybe he'll come back. And maybe we'll even do a show in the studio.
All right. Thank you so much. Amen.
Thank you.
This is the show.
So, thank you to everyone who tuned in.